Hi guys. Sorry for the up close and personal, but I'm just doing kind of like a little quickie, sort of vloggy, hohi locatelli, starting point MKAL, which is not an MKAL anymore, update. That's all I'm doing today. I'm not going to talk about anything else. I do have piles of stuff that is sitting there that I have to go through and talk about, or not, but we will. Uh, there's been a lot that's been going on since that Hohi Locatelli mystery account started. It took me a minute. It took me a hmm. It took me a minute to get started on the whole thing because, as I had mentioned in a previous recording, I am a little anxious about mysteries. But the fact that she laid out so much stuff, sorry about the noise in the background, but my husband's trying to watch TV and we're just trying to see how this is gonna like work so that I can do quick little updates and he can actually still watch TV. Um, if it doesn't work, we're gonna have to buy him a headset. No crying. Ay, Dios mío. What is he feeding himself with? Oreo cookies. Okay, so I have a lot of anxiety when starting mystery calls, and put that together with the fact that I was quite ill and it took me a minute to get started after I had skinned up all my little balls and caked everything up and double caked everything up. I was very insistent on doing a two at a time. I was really looking forward to doing that. And I did. I managed to put the whole thing together. It took a minute to get started, guys. I mean, it just took me a long time. Part of the reason, yes, because I was ill. And the other part is because I got so into this Turkish drama. I got into this Turkish, that's the wrong side. I guess it doesn't matter. It looks good on either side. But I got into this Turkish drama on Netflix, and it was really good. I couldn't understand a word of it. I eventually learned to say things like Bismillahirrahmanirrahim and Ayala. And that's about it. But it was all subtitled, and I got really, really into it. And that's how I did this much on my shawl. That's how I got this far. That's how I was able to do it, by watching that Turkish drama. Believe it or not, because of that Turkish drama, and because I was not ill and not paying attention, I had a really hard time getting started just casting on my garter tab. I was probably halfway through season 1 when I finally got started, and let me tell you, these episodes are really long. Turkey has really long soap operas. They're really long. And they were cool. You could tell they were long because they kept getting cut off at like really weird spots for American, audience. Like, had to be a 45-minute show. But you could tell it was like, you're in the middle of talking. Like, so I knew something was off. I looked it up, and it was an extra long teledrama. And I got really, really into it. And so that's where the garter tab was giving me a really hard time, because I'm trying to read the subtitles and trying to do the garter tab. So doing the garter tab two at a time on super long needles, and that was a bit of a challenge, like trying to read. So I basically had to pause it and not watch my Turkish teledrama while I am trying to cast up my garter tab. And then the first clue, by the time I got to the first clue, like 3 clues were out. I think I have at least 2 or 3 clues were out already. And so I knew by the clue number 3 was about to get released, and I'm like, I'm procrastinating really badly again, and I don't want to do that. I didn't want to let myself down. And, how did I think I was going to get people to follow along with me if I wasn't going to do it? So I went through all the, sad, kind of like feeling sorry for myself. So I just powered through it, powered through the first clue, which was tough because I'm trying to read the subtitles and trying to get to know this pattern, which isn't a difficult pattern. It's not hard, it's just me. And I got through it. I got through it and I was very happy. Um, there were some mistakes that I made, but everything is easily correctable. If your stitch count is off, I never ripped anything back. I haven't tinked the damn thing back. There have been times when I probably should have, but I didn't because, like, no. The only thing that I did do over and over again was the garter tab. Garter tab, garter tab, garter tab. I learned from one of the shawls that I did a long time ago that if it's not loose enough on the garter tab, it's going to pucker pretty nasty as your thing grows. I know I've mentioned that before, but I think, it's worth mentioning over and over again so that you don't do the same thing that I did. I have gone along and, like, weaved in my ends as I've gone on, like knit my ends in as I've worked up the shawl. So that's kept the ends down to a minimum, but I do have a lot of ends to deal with. I'm still gonna have a lot of ends to deal with. I don't know why. As soon as I started talking, I'm like itching everywhere. I think. Oh, it might be the chamomile tea. Probably. Why? Okay. So this is it. This is my all the way up to clue 3. I got through clue 2 fairly okay. Let me tell you, the second I got to that very first set of twisted stitches, I wanted to kill. I wanted to kill. I can't. I was really upset. I don't like twisted stitches, guys. To a twisted rib, mm-mm. Because you have to do everything through the back. So you have to purl and knit through the back, and that's unpleasant. And I don't care. I don't care. It's the truth. It's unpleasant. It's not fun. It is no joy. Not while you're watching TV. Not for me. Not while you're watching subtitles, okay? No. I don't like it. No, I like it. It looks beautiful. I love it. But I don't like to do it because it's so unpleasant. I didn't like it at all. Oh my goodness. Okay, that is that sparkle yarn. Oh my goodness. Now, in this kind of lighting, it's really hard to tell the difference in all the colors, but from back here, it's just stunning. I love it. That's the beautiful deep purple. That's that culture something or another. I can't remember, but it's a California yarn. And all the rest of it is Bohemia Fibers yarn. All one of a kind skeins. This color and that color are too similar. I really wish that I had chosen a different color here for this one because I really like this aqua and turquoise and I like that sea foamy green kind of color that's in there. And this one is it's basically the same exact thing as this one, only lighter, like by a couple of shades. And I didn't see that when I was picking out the yarn. And I did note that they were probably going to be a little bit too similar in colors, like they're just a little bit too close. But I thought that'll be fine because you don't know how it's going to work up once you start working on the yarn. So I didn't really think about it too much. And that was it. The lace part, very simple. It's not difficult at all. And it's beautiful, it's pretty, it's elegant. The eyelets, they're like little eyelets here. Eyelet row really easy. And if you mess it up, it's not that big a deal. I don't know why I'm itchy like that. Yeah, if you mess it up, it's not that big a deal. You can always fix it on the end or in the middle or on the sides, like anywhere. It's just totally fine. And this is it, if you can see it. 2 panels at a time. I can't believe I did that. I'm really impressed with myself that I was able to manage to do that. Let me see if I can do it this way because I think that way will look better. Yeah, that's the front. So this is the starting point. I have no idea. I mean, at this point, I know what's going to happen. I spoiled it for myself on Clue 2 by accident. I clicked on somebody's Clue on Instagram, and I looked away as quick as I could, but I mean, it's too late. I already saw it. I can't unsee what I saw. So after that, I kind of wasn't very careful about, going through spoilers and stuff on Instagram. Although everybody was really nice and doing really well as far as like keeping the clues under wraps for each clue, but by the third clue, you're kind of done if you haven't kept up with it. So I'm glad that I went through this, and yes, I started off late. I had all the intention to start off with everybody else. I had every intention to start off with everybody else. I had every intention to keep up with it, to stick with the Clue 1, Clue 2, Clue 3, but I just didn't feel up to it. When after I was done with the skating and the caking and all of that, I got into that TV show, and that just took over my entire existence. Pretty much my husband was hating life the whole time. And there was a few times when he actually sat down and watched it with me, but I mean, it was over a month of TV watching, like binge watching. Okay, it was not that exaggerated, but kind of exaggerated. Like, I just lost myself to this Turkish soap opera. I was crying and laughing and crying and laughing. I mean, I was hysterical, beside myself, worried I would get up. Like, oh my God, Arturo, what's happening? His name is not Arturo. I named him Arturo because I cannot pronounce his name. Everybody else I can pronounce. Ertuğrul. Ertuğrul. I can't pronounce the name. It's the title of the show is Resurrection Ertuğrul. Ertuğrul? Ertuğrul. Ertuğrul? I don't know. But I call him Arturo for short. Or long.
Hey, Arturo!
But there's Halime, Hajime, Dongduro, Bamzi. There is my favorite character. What is her name? I can't remember her name. She was so evil in the first season, and then she was, just went through this transformation. I absolutely fell out. She was like the most hated character in the first season, but I loved her. I loved her for all the wrong reasons and for all the right reasons. Because she was like one of those stand by her man kind of ladies, and like do anything for him, like, to move him up in the ranks because he's a little weak. Just gonna give him a boost. Just And so I was like totally behind that. I forgot her name, Nathan. I can't remember her name. But yeah, I can pronounce everybody else's names, but not Arturo's name, because that one is just, I don't know, it's a tongue twister. And he's so handsome. He's so handsome. Don't tell him. So that was me, you guys. I did want to come on and gush about the show so many times to you guys, but I didn't, because I didn't think anybody would really be interested or care, especially, whatever. I'm not gonna get into it, but it was really, really good. So if you're interested in learning, Jaime, she was the mother. She was the mother of everybody, and she was a really sweet lady. But the show is still on. Season 2, I got through season 1 and season 2, And so I'm now waiting for season 3. I'm so like, I have no idea how long it's going to take for me to get season 3. I don't understand, dude. Why?
Selcan.
Sechan. Good job. He was listening. Sechan. Oh my god, that woman is amazing. The girl that portrayed that character is so incredibly dramatic, and just all the characters. They were all such great actors. I mean, I I can sit and watch a Turkish soap opera, but I'll have a hard time watching a Hispanic Mexican soap opera because it can be a little too like ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué, Arturo? No, tone it down, dude. Keep it real. Nobody talks that way. Maybe we do. I don't know. Maybe we can get a little crazy. But I don't like to see it on TV, that kind of level of crazy. So they were on a different level of crazy. Like, we're on a different. No, they were on a different level of crazy, but it was like more, like it was such a like family oriented, lovey dovey kind of show, like religious, very religious, like, but very like familiar, like I can't explain it. I can't explain. I'm not articulating and I'm way too close to the camera. It was just really lovely. I liked the feelings that I got from it. Like very old school kind of like life lessons, morals within your religion. And the great thing about it for me was kind of like a new cultural awareness. I work in an area where there are a lot of people from a lot of different cultures, but the main one would be like Armenian, Iranian, uh, Persian, Jewish. I work in an area that's predominantly, that culture, or those cultures, and this gave me a different insight because obviously over here we're all Americans, so everybody's very different, and you don't know what things are like over there. And although it's not exactly like exact, right? This is like, I'm not gonna call it Bollywood because it's not Bollywood, but it's Turkey Hollywood over there, like, so it is drama. It is total drama. But it was really good. I liked it. I enjoyed it very, very much. I got a lot of insight into the culture more so than I think that I would have done if I like sat down and talked to one of my friends at work. You know, um, just like sitting down and breaking bread and talking to each other and being a family, and uh, what the religion means to you, to them. I mean, what message it is that they're trying to portray about their religion to the world, to the whole world, because this is being broadcast not just in Turkey but all over the world. So I thought all of those things were very, very interesting. And yes, there's terrible history, but it's about looking forward. Yes? Okay. Yes. So that's what I knit all 3 of these clues to. I was very, very pleased, very happy, very excited. And I can't wait to continue on, but I am a little sidetracked. I want to show you guys real quick. One of the things that saved me, I'm going to end this because I'm droning on at this point. Um, this really kept me organized. Yet again, this little basket gardening bag that I bought at Big Lots years ago has come in so handy because on each little pocket I have all my yarn nicely tucked away. I'm not doing a good job showing it to you guys, but I don't want anything to come spilling out. But I love that all my yarn is nice and tucked away. I had a spot for everything here. I had to put 4 skeins in the center, but everything else was able to go on the side pockets. And that helps me to no end to stay nice and organized. And I never got lost when I had to change a color because of that. And I don't know if it's that easy for anybody else to remember what comes next or what color it was that they, put where, or if their balls get mixed up inside a bag, or they have to stop and even think for 1 second or 2 or 5 seconds. Like that, for me, it causes me anxiety and it makes the whole situation so much worse for me. But because I had it organized in such a fashion, I was able to cut and switch yarns with ease without having to give it more than 1 second's worth of thought. And that, I think, was a huge lifesaver and really, really nice. I really wish that I could find somebody that makes these for us. Uh, for projects like this that are going to be kind of epic and you're going to have multiple little balls of yarn, these extra pockets all around the outside come in super, super handy. So, gosh, I wish I had a friend that knew how to sew, because I would totally get them to do something like that for me. But the sun is going down. I'm starting to lose light, and I do have one little surprise that I want to talk about. Not a surprise, but just meh. We'll talk about it real quick. I have this is the next shawl that I'm going to work on. We started talking about it on the Knitting Dead, and I think Vex8 was the one that put it up on the website, probably under free patterns. I don't know if it's free temporarily or not, but this is the Wonder Woman wrap. I did get it for free. I believe I'm not sure if it's still free, but it might well be. Uh, it's beautiful. I absolutely loved it, and I have to work it up. So while I'm still trying to finish up the Hohi Locatelli shawl, I have to get through clue 4 and through clue 5, but I'm not that far off, so I'll get that finished soon. And then I'm going to start dyeing. I'm literally going to go into the kitchen right now and start dyeing up the yarn for this, because I don't have solid colors and I am on a strictly limited budget the rest of the month, hopefully not the rest of the year, but if things don't change soon, it's going to be the rest of the year. But that's it, guys. I am working up this beauty. It's gorgeous. Some people are doing like blue and red. Some people are doing red and silver or red and copper. I don't know how I'm going to mix up my yellow because I'm missing my goldenrod, and I think the goldenrod would have been really good for that. So we'll see. Hopefully I'm able to do it. I'm a little scared and nervous, but my yarn has been soaking in water and a little bit of vinegar, and that's it. I'm going to do it today. I'm going to get up and do it today because I've been putting this off for a really long time. And I think that's all, guys. That was my biggest Hohi Locatelli update. I'm really glad that I was able to bring you guys along on this little journey, especially my TV watching experience. It wasn't just the Turkish drama that I was watching either. There was something else. I can't remember. Lots of other things. But mainly was my, crazy obsession with my Turkey drama. I couldn't stop talking about it. And I have no one to share this information with. No one at all. And it's really such a bummer that I have no one to talk to about this soap opera. Nobody would watch it with me. And well, it wasn't boring. I was absolutely enthralled by it, but it's kind of like a bummer when you don't have anybody to talk to about a TV show. That's why I like the Knitting Dead, because we totally geek out about The Walking Dead and True Blood and whatever, all those other shows. All right, I get the feeling that this was like way too close. Hey, you like my nails? I gotta fix them. But yeah, I get the feeling this was way too close, and it got really, really dark and really weird, really fast. But all right, I'm gonna stop babbling now. Wish me luck, you guys, on the yarn, and I will see you guys hopefully soon. I will have more progress on my Hohi shawl, and I'll have my yarns dyed up with any luck. Yay! And possibly another vloggy, podcasty thing posted up before this one goes up. We shall see. I'm excited. All right, guys. I will see you later. Take care. Bye. One day I'll have an outro. One day. But not today.